Yeah, I would agree with that. What's interesting to me is preseason, how many of us had the Steelers running away with this division?
Yeah.
I had my hands raised, okay? I thought this was the Steelers and Chase. Could the Ravens get involved? Would Cincinnati be improved? The Browns weren't even on the radar. Well, the Browns are the best 0-1-1 team you've seen in a while if they learn how to kick the football. The Steelers have just struggled like crazy. And here comes Cincinnati. Could they really be the team to take control in this division? As you noted, this upcoming schedule will tell us a lot.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Dalton to Green for a Cincinnati first.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw here, Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it. Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
It's second down. Dalton looking. Rolling to his right. He's going to let this. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time. And it'll bring up third down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Jonathan Bullard in there to get him for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Dalton here from the gun. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Akeem Hicks in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. But for A.J. Green, looking back to last Thursday, you mentioned Andy Dalton threw 4 touchdown passes, 3 of them to A.J. Green, a career high.
Boy, did he manage to take over the ball game without putting up monster numbers in yardage. 5 catches, 69 yards for the game. But as you mentioned, 3 touchdown catches. And he got that done with 13 minutes to go in the second quarter. They exploded out of the gate. And A.J. Green in the...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Well, with that incompletion, we've got to talk about the ties that we've seen in weeks 1 and 2. Everyone was talking about the Steelers-Browns week 1, Charles, but week 2 we saw another. The game that you had, Vikings and Packers.
Yeah, and do you know something? They tied at 29. You know, it's the first time teams have tied with the score 29-29 in NFL history, so another little oddity that you throw in there. But I think the common characteristic between the Vikings-Packers and the Steelers-Browns from week 1, kicking. The kicking game got both games and really affected in a big way. The Browns could have won, had a field goal blocked. The Vikings could have won. Their field goal kicker missed 3. And Mason Crosby, the Packers, made one for the Vikings.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield. So they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Trubisky will throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. A CD switching gears for a second. You know, after last year, 7 NFL head coaches were relieved of their duties. And in week 1 of this season, those 7 coaches went 0-7. They fared a little better there in week 2. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the return will stop right around the 25. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Move. 18.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now it's Trubisky going for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Taylor Gabriel, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bears are in for 6. Parkey with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's got some space here. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
And the Bengals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Passing, it's Dalton. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
We're good. We're good.
So they are going for it. Now Dalton. And Eifert has it. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Nick Vigil in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
18.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Completion left side to Miller. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
This is brought in at the 21. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
93, 52, 93, 44. 44. Here you go. Heads up.
Second down, Dalton. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Green. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he finds Tyler Croft. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Open space inside the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. They go play action here on first down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Let's go, let's go.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Bears on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. On first down, Trubisky. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. He got 29 yards that time.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Tackle made that time by Michael Johnson.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On second down, here's Trubisky. Dancing to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Bears on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's got Miller. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play out of while you've got them rocked on their heels.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Looking to throw on second down. Dalton. And incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. This will be Dalton again. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. First and 10 for Dalton. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Green's got it over the middle. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A very solid gain of 27.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
He'll look to throw. To the left side here for Eifert. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run it now out of the gun. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way, because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. I don't think Dalton liked the matchup there. He's going to call a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. On the ground with a tight end. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Kroft with time running out. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. He wasn't able to really get anything going in regulation. Maybe it'll be a little different story here in overtime.
And it appears that with that call, they want to establish the run in overtime, try and set the tone for what they're going to get done. And you're right, maybe it didn't work so well in regulation. Overtime could be the charm. And by the way, yards count either way.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And, partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
And the pitch goes to Mixon. And some room to run now. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Caught over the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Dalton to his big target, Eifert for the Cincinnati first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Dalton now to pass to Mixon on the check down. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. From midfield here, Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Khalil Mack in there to bury him for a loss of 11. On first down, they run with Howard. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some top.
Trubisky will throw. Throw left side taken in by Miller. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one good for 12 yards. And it'll be a second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins in there to get him again. The third time he sacked him here tonight. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Here's Trubisky. Flushed out right. Looking deep for Gabriel. He's got it at the 15. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Explosion plays always break the back of a defense. In overtime to put him in the red zone. That was huge.
I like your description there, because when you get an explosion play, now people are really scrambling on defense. Now they're looking to each other. Who's going to step up? Who's going to make a play? Offensive guys have the momentum. Now they're in the red zone. They've got to be thinking attack, trying to get it into the end zone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another second down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right? Absolutely. Whether it's for sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. So on comes the kicker, Cody Parkey, in a big spot. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that changes everything here in OT. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. This being their second opportunity in overtime, third overall drive, see if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I'll tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Andy Dalton. Out to his left. And the grab by Croft. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If you make someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
And it'll be Dalton again. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. 20. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.